I'm Spotlight on America national investigative correspondent Angie Moreski. For years, we've been investigating an invisible gas blamed for causing cancer in communities nationwide. Last year, the EPA took action reining in emissions to protect millions of Americans. But now, the agency could be changing course, raising serious questions about those toxic exposures.
It just seems common sense that you can't spew poison in the air.
But communities across America say it's been happening for years, silently putting their health at risk.
We are breathing a deadly carcinogen.
Millions of Americans live near facilities that emit ethylene oxide, or ETO, a colorless, odorless gas used to sterilize billions of pieces of critical medical equipment. Studies show exposure to ETO has been linked to leukemia, lymphoma, and breast cancer.
Midwest is how far away?
About 4 or 5 blocks.
For the past 5 years, Spotlight on America has visited several communities living in the shadow of these facilities where residents suffer from increased cancer risk.
We are sick and we are dying.
The federal government has taken years to act. Last spring, the EPA issued this rule designed to rein in emissions by more than 90% to significantly decrease the cancer risk to surrounding communities. Now, less than a year later,
today, I'm pleased to make the largest deregulatory announcement in U.S. history.
The new head of the EPA, Lee Zeldin, announced the agency will reconsider a list of more than 30 clean air rules, including the one reducing ETO emissions from commercial sterilizers.
It's incredibly disappointing.
Marvin Brown is a supervising senior attorney at Earth Justice, pushing for strong ETO regulations for years. Is this a big blow?
It is. We suspect that what they're going to try and do is undo the health protections that have come in this new rule. And if they do decide to do that, that will be absolutely devastating for communities all across the United States.
The EPA says it can reconsider the rules while ensuring appropriate protections for health. The agency declined our request for an interview and did not answer our questions, instead referring us to this fact sheet citing the cost of compliance for industry and potential threat to the nation's medical supply as reasons to review and potentially revise the rule. Some in the sterilization industry have argued against the new regulation, also citing costs and saying the deadline for compliance in April of 2026 does not provide enough time to make upgrades.
Nearly 2/3 of these facilities are owned by major Fortune 500 corporations. So I think they can afford the cost of protecting communities that are breathing in these toxic emissions. Probably one of my most prized possessions now.
Brown says this drawing from a child in Laredo, Texas, near one of the ETO facilities, symbolizes their continuing fight. What do you want to say to all the people who live nearby these facilities?
I would say don't give up hope.
For now, the EPA's current rule on ETO emissions is still in effect. We'll be following it closely and keep you posted on any developments. For Spotlight on America, I'm Angie Moreski.